Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Warcraft 3 Reforged Frozen Throne / The Frozen Throne on the Search JG. Last time, Maiev managed to help Prince Kelphalos, or Kelphus, or something or other, and his Blood Elf friends. The Blood Elves are the High Elves, who are now, I don't know, all about blood? I think that the Blood Elves thing is that they're the High Elves who will never remember the blood that was spilled by the High Elves who came before getting murdered by the undead or something like that. But at any rate, they seem like our allies because they don't like the undead. But in the course of helping them, Tyrande Whisperwind decided we would help them, and in return, they would help us search for Illidan. But in fact, when Tyrande decided to make a last stand, she raised a great shout on Steeple Chase Bridge. What is it? Steeple Slope Bridge, which is where Zhang Fei stood against the forces of South. So she did a similar thing, but the bridge collapsed. And as she was being carried downstream, Maiev told Prince Kelphus, don't worry about her. We won't rescue her. She knew the risks. So Maiev seemed pretty prepared to leave Tyrande Whisperwind to die, and that seems to be what has happened. In the meantime, this is all happening because Malfurion has decided that, he would leave the ladies to play nice by themselves while he got on with the grown-up work of talking to trees and shit. So let's see what the Lorax has been up to. Because the more I play this, the more convinced I am that Malfurion is some kind of, powerful warrior version of the Lorax. Interlude, Malfurion's vision. At that moment, deep within the Silverpine Forest, Malfurion attempts to commune with the spirits of the wild. So, yeah. He's just now getting, I guess it's a big forest, so. And this is the one spot where he can commune with it.
This forest has suffered as much as Ashendale. The vile blight of the Scourge has deadened countless acres of trees.
You call it a vile blight, but it's just doing its job. A race of druids. Nobody knows who they were or what they were doing. Oh, and other stuff's happening now.
Ancient spirits of the forest, I implore you, show me what is hidden from my sight. Show me what troubles this earth.
Hi, we're the ancient spirits of the forest, so, let's, blow you up. That giant demon guy styles. Well, there's little statues of spiders, which the spiders somehow built with their pincers, I suppose.
Itself is being split asunder.
I wonder if those are sexy beautiful spiders, sculptors to spiders.
How can this be? What could cause such devastation?
You didn't usually see in ancient Grecian statues of chubsters, Now you might see a chubby on some of the guys, but not chubster guys.
Nothing can withstand the power of the eye. Soon now, my master's enemies will be undone, and I will claim my just reward.
The master says you can't stay here. I wonder if the Eye of Cigar is what gives Torga the crazy knees.
Thank you, great spirits.
His knees are fine, it's his thighs.
I know what must be done. I promise you, this treachery will not go unpunished.
We're going to send, never mind. I was going to make a modern political reference, and I kind of... Jim Jordan. Yeah, Jim Jordan's going to jail. I swear it upon the spirits of Ashenvale. Treachery. Chapter 7, The Ruins of Dalaran. Later that evening, at the Night Elves base camp, Malfurion returns to warn Maiev and Tyrande of his brother's dangerous sorcery. As JG gets political. Yeah, Torko can fill out jodhpurs like regular pants, and we may be finding the same thing from Malfurion's brother, whose name I'm blanking on all of a sudden. Because Illidan is a servant of the Master, who we haven't quite figured out or been told who that is yet, but... Hey guys, lady.
Maiev, we've got to move quickly. Illidan is weaving a spell that is splitting apart the roof of the world. We must... Wait. Where is Tyrande?
What's going on?
I'm sorry,
Holmes?
Shondo, but the priestess has fallen.
And she can't get
We
up.
aided a band of Alliance warriors against the undead. The priestess fought valiantly, but I saw her torn apart.
I saw her.
With my
Observed her
own
even.
eyes.
Torn
Hey, that one
apart.
building really does look like a turtle when it's walking.
Tyrande, my heart. I should have been there.
Getting torn apart along
You can
with you.
still avenge her, Shondo. Let us attack Illidan together.
Did
He
Illidan
is the
tear her
reason we
apart?
even came to this forsaken place. He is the reason for your loss.
And I totally did everything I could to save her.
This is Prince Kael'thas, the ally I spoke of.
Hey, Kael'thas, what up,
Greetings,
gangster?
Great Druid. My scouts have confirmed that this Illidan and his vile snakes are based at the ruined city of Dalaran. They are using a gem-like artifact to perform some strange ritual.
Thanks,
They
Raiden.
must be using the Eye of Sargeras.
I think that's
But
Raiden,
why would they strike at the roof of the world?
but I could be wrong.
It doesn't matter. They won't live long enough to finish their spell. Illidan must be stopped once and for all.
Happy Cyborg Ninja. Anyways, alright.
threatens these
So,
lands?
we've got Tyranda's
shall be done.
inventory.
Anudora.
We might as well give the highlights to our friend Malfurion. And then from there, I have to be straight with you guys. So I was goofing around because I'm on Christmas break now, and I was actually goofing around with this map today with the sound down. Because this map, we have a target we have to take, and we have a time limit. There is stuff behind us, and I just got curious. There's really nothing. There are a handful of creeps on the map, but I'm just going to tell you now. If we explore to the south, we come across undead bases, and we actually get, like, a message comes up on screen. Hint, there is little time to attack the undead base. I think it's 2 separate bases in each corner with a little bit of stuff between. But, yeah, they just kind of... It's a little like you remember in the original StarCraft, and how could you forget? The very first time we encounter the Protoss, we have a mission where, as the Terrans, there's a Zerg base that keeps attacking us. We don't have a time limit, but there's a Zerg base that's kind of to the west part of the map. The Protoss are on the east, and it's a map where you have Kerrigan as your hero, and you lose automatically if she falls, but human Kerrigan before the plot events of... But in that one, the Zerg just harass you from behind, because the plot is there's an unstoppable Zerg force out there, but you have been ordered to engage the Protoss and stop them from engaging the Zerg. And if you blow up any Zerg buildings, you automatically fail that one. This one, you can attack the undead. They make it a timed thing. So basically, the undead will harass our bases, but they're not really that big of a deal, and we kind of don't have time to worry about them. There's 1 or 2 creeps on the map, but they're not guarding anything that's worth getting. So I'm a little bit of foreknowledge here. There is something that's worth grabbing with our forces before we start attacking Illidan, but it's basically an expansion base, and that's it. There's nothing else that's worth going after. So we're going to go grab us an expansion base early,
Justice will be done.
and it's kind of over here.
The end draws
We have
near.
Kael'thas' base. They don't attack much, but they attack anyone who attacks us at our base, and to be honest with you, they're more than capable of handling the attacks that will come after their own base. We don't have to defend them. Meanwhile, fairy dragons are a new thing. They... kind of interesting. They can attack land or air, and they have good
Our
evade.
warriors have engaged.
And as you might expect in the mission where they are first introduced, they're quite useful in this mission.
For justice,
Take off everything.
Ashal Therados. Now is the time. The guilty will suffer.
Yeah, but basically this gave us a... Did we lose a unit?
I
I'm not
will
even
finish
sure.
the hunt.
But this gives us an expansion base.
The Naga have captured some human paladins. If we could free them, they might aid us against Illidan.
And we actually want to do that as soon as we can. Because this is an optional quest where if we rescue a human paladin, we will get a bonus hero to use in this mission, who is quite useful. Because paladins are really good heroes. They have healing capacity, which is good. I don't know why I'm bothering with these guys. They are
no longer.
I guess they might drop some loot or something, but no, they're just oh, Tome of Intelligence. We are actually giving that to...
I am prepared. The land and I are one.
That's right. The little bit that you do get from creeps here...
The guilty will suffer.
Occasionally you will get a book of a permanent stat increase, which normally I'd be all about getting, but there's only 2 missions left. I don't want to give too much away, but I'm not that worried about maxing out the heroes that we have access to right this minute. Get out, get out, get out! Okay, he didn't quite make it.
The end draws near.
These are heavier losses than I meant to be taking here.
Our allies' town needs help.
Yeah, I didn't mean to take losses that were that heavy.
Their spell ripping through the roof of the world. We must end this.
But we can get...
Our righteous might will always overcome the forces of darkness. We shall aid you against these unholy beasts.
We can get Magroth, the whatever he's called, and he's going to be quite useful.
Research finished.
Otherwise, we weakened our own forces more than I meant to.
Our warriors have engaged.
Just for the sake of exploration, let's look
I
for.
can wait no longer.
Let's look for these other creeps that I mentioned. Will be around eventually.
Is complete.
I also want to build a bunch of Ancients of War, because while there are more interesting ways to go about this, I like archers.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
By the standards of Night Elf units, because Night Elf units are generally not that cheap. But they can attack air, and we will definitely be fighting a combination of air and ground when we get to Elden Space. And there's no sense in attacking Elden Space until we're ready to just take it. Bunch of piecemeal attacks that aren't going to get it done are not particularly wise in this mission.
Research
the end
finished.
Draws near.
See here, we got
For the Watchers.
Your building is complete.
The guilty will suffer.
Lesser replenishment potion. Okay, whatever.
We're wasting time.
I guess Magroth the Defender could grab that, but
I will finish
Your
the
building
hunt.
is complete.
Ashal Therados. Now is the time.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
For the Watchers. The guilty will suffer.
But yeah, if we come over here,
The end draws near.
I guess I should showcase it.
Your building is complete.
I can wait no longer. I will finish the hunt. Now is the time.
Oh,
Now
I
is
didn't
the
even
time.
mean
Our
to get...
sacred grove is being desecrated.
Even getting in that far was a mistake.
The
Our
guilty will
warriors
suffer.
have engaged the enemy.
Because I dragged out their hero. I was trying to trigger the message to say, hey, don't do this, but
We'll hold the Naga back for as long as we can.
in fact, I should not have done that. Okay. I think there might be some guys worth killing here as far as dropping stuff.
Our allies'
Drop
town
them,
needs help.
Dropo. Let's get access to some upgrades that we're going to need. See, fairy dragons are Yeah, we'll just come in here real quick. And we'll start building moon wells too.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
And Chimera Roosts could be useful. That's a way to go, but I'm gonna just go Archer.
Research finished. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Maybe just build some
Research
capacity for
Our allies' town needs help.
some capacity to use siege wappets, but I won't concentrate on them. Helm of Valor. Bonus to strength and agility.
Our allies' town needs help.
We can kind of ignore the allied town,
For Calamar.
honestly.
I am not afraid.
Oh, that's nice to know.
Your building is complete.
It shall be done.
The end draws near.
The end is near.
Your building is complete.
Okay, we are gonna run out of time if I don't get moving, though. And I might want an extra...
Research finished.
I'm actually gonna get a couple of glaive throwers. Let's take this
I will finish the
zone
hunt.
on.
Research
The
finished.
guilty will suffer. I can wait no longer.
Upgrade finished. Your building is complete.
So we want to get our hands on this
Your building is complete.
this zone. You get back to work on gathering wood. Maiev, have you fully leveled up, or
Let me face
you
it.
are not going to level up?
We're wasting time here.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Okay, so we will call you guys group 6, and I'm going to pull you off to the side,
building
and
is
then
complete.
we're going to start gathering. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to be the limit for a minute. Oh, because I did a dumb thing, and I didn't get... this is a problem. Sometimes happens.
Insufficient gold.
I forgot to get wisps going,
I stand ready.
which means our gold income has not been what it should be because I spent the resources to build this and then forgot to actually get it going.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
That's Illidian, so
Research
we should
ready.
probably actually try to do something about this.
I'll give it a shot. One shot, one kill. I stand ready.
Because, actually at this point our heroes should come back for this.
Our warriors
Because
have
this is-
engaged the enemy.
Illidian fighting Kale, which is more interesting than you might realize if you don't know the full lore of this.
Our allies' town needs help.
Something is amiss.
Something is wrong on Saturn
The
3.
end draws near.
I stand ready.
Yeah, that could have gone better.
What threatens
On
these
your mark.
lands?
Done.
Our allies' town needs help. Insufficient gold.
Waiting on you. I stand ready.
So we're at high upkeep now.
Research finished.
And because of the goofiness of how I did this, we're getting some research last that we should have gotten
I
earlier.
stand
But
ready. On your mark.
get set. Game set, Blanford.
Point the way. Waiting on you. On your mark. I stand ready.
So we've spent a decent amount of our time.
Your move. Point the way.
But we've got now
On your mark.
full sets of archers and
Research
Fair enough.
finished.
I stand ready.
I think we'll be ready to move here pretty soon.
Now is the time. I will finish the hunt.
Research finished.
I will finish the hunt.
And that's the thing that's important. These flyers, if you try to do it with, like, rogues or something, the flyers are going to be a huge
The end
pain in your
draws
butt.
near.
For honor.
I can wait no longer.
I don't even think half of our forces are getting through.
Waiting on you.
But we're losing remarkably few units, and that's the thing about using overwhelming force.
Now is the
On your
time.
mark.
I will finish the hunt.
As you wish.
Didn't quite do it in time there.
I can wait no longer. Now is the time. Justice will be done.
Alright, let's keep the reinforcements coming as far as the archers are concerned.
Our allies'
Insufficient
town
gold.
needs help.
Hunter waits.
For my people.
Takes her so long to save up her best stuff.
The end draws near.
Because this is where we have to actually get to.
Our warriors have engaged in town needs help.
They're being attacked by the undead. They're probably gonna be fine.
The eye is fracturing the earth. The pain is excruciating.
Our warriors have engaged in
I stand ready.
Yeah, vengeance takes a while to charge up.
I stand ready.
The guilty will suffer.
But the paladin is so freaking useful in this situation.
I stand ready.
And unfortunately for us, it's going to be very difficult to kill these Naga That is one reason it's handy to have some other stuff going on. Besides archers, because archers can't do it. They have to be harmed using magic.
I stand ready.
I know Dora.
Let's get you better at blink, I guess, but it's not really that big a deal right now.
I can wait no longer.
I stand ready.
I will finish the
I
fight.
stand ready.
Our
Now is the
warriors have
time.
engaged the enemy.
Waiting on you. I stand ready. On mark.
You probably need to be concentrating on these summoners,
The guilty will suffer.
because they are the key to actually winning this map. If we destroy them before we run out of time, they can't finish their evil spell, which is the point of the mission. So there we go. Let me do a quick check. Quests. Yeah, Save the Paladin was the only side quest. So we have done this map.
No, the spell is not done. It is not done.
You guys screwed us up, man. What the hell? Don't you know that my spell destroying the roof of the world was good for everyone?
It is over, brother.
Brother,
The vile
it's
schemes end here.
Illidan
we got all sorts of
Stormrage
spinny
for
orbs here.
recklessly endangering countless lives and threatening the very balance of the world. I hereby sentence you to death.
Wait, what? Did she get the right to do
Too
that?
much blood has been spilled on your account, Illidan. Even now, I can feel the lands of
I
Northrend
guess
reeling
he's,
from the spell you cast.
He is backing her on this.
Imprisonment will not be enough this
Kael'thas
time.
is like, what the hell, man?
I will execute him
You
myself.
guys are fucking freaks, you elves. You're like, you night elves.
Fools! Can you not see? The spell we channeled was meant to strike at the undead, our common enemy. My mission
Meanwhile, we
was to
got some
destroy
rando
the
in the
Lich
bottom
King's
right corner
stronghold
there.
of Ice Crown.
And no heed to the cost! Because of you, Tyrande is dead!
The fuck?
What?
Your pardon, Lord Stormrage, but the priestess may still be alive.
Did I not mention that
She
earlier?
was swept downriver, but it's premature to simply assume that...
Silence, Kael.
Shut up, dude.
You told me she was torn apart.
Well, metaphorically.
You lied to me.
I meant her spiritually. She was...
The betrayer's capture was our primary concern, Shondo. I needed your help. I knew you would go to her, and we would lose our chance.
Just who is the betrayer now, woman?
Well, it's...
I must go to her immediately.
It's still...
Believe me, brother.
It's still pretty much
Despite all our
the
differences,
same people that it was.
You know that
Jeff
I would
Jordan.
never lead Tyrande to harm.
Jeff Jordan,
Let
I'm
me
getting
help
names
you.
wrong.
My Naga can scour the river for us.
I got Jeff Gordon.
Let
Is he
me
a
do
betrayer? Not
this,
so much.
at least.
Very well.
Whatever. Okay, your sins are forgiven immediately.
After all he's done, you would trust this traitor to...
Silence!
He's an even...
I will
He's
deal
an
with
evil
you
demon
later.
man who wants to totally kill
Let's
everyone,
go,
so I totally trust him to
brother.
save me. Let's go, brother. That's right, dude. So he used Vine magic to grab her feet, but as we know, that wears off after like 20 seconds, so I guess we have 20 seconds to complete the next mission, or Maiev will be freed. But indeed, Shando is not thrilled with Maiev, because she did basically lie to him about how his wife and the love of his life for thousands of years was dead, because it wasn't convenient for her if Shando went. It's not even a thing where Shando wants Malfurion to be her hubby. It's just like, it would be inconvenient for me if you went to rescue your wife right now, so I'm going to tell you she's dead. So slowly but surely, Maiev has come into focus as a character who ain't exactly wonderful in all respects. Nevertheless, and you might have even known, I didn't bother to do an inventory management thing where I like got that shadow orb off of her. It really makes sense that it belongs to her. Like, It is a thing that we went to great lengths to put together with her while she was in the Tomb of Sagreus or whatever his name is. And whether you want to say that she was already consumed with vengeance and bitterness and bad stuff or not, you could say the Shadow Orb corrupted her. I don't think they're actually claiming that's what happened here, but it does make sense that she would have an evil orb of orcish lore. More than it would make sense for her to hand that over to Malfurion. Either way, that's going to be it for this video, and when we come back next time, there's only one mission left in the Sentinel campaign, and it doesn't involve the Sentinel here. In fact, it's up to Malfurion and Illidan to try to rescue Tyrande, because it seems they've temporarily forgotten about whatever Illidan's mission was, which was to strike at Icecrown and stop the badness of the bad guys. Does that mean Illidan isn't evil? Or it's just there's more than one evil force out there and they're not friends. Perhaps this will become clear later. Either way, that's going to be it for now. I'll catch you guys next time.